Okay, so understanding Joseph Smith and how that's strengthening my testimony of Jesus Christ has been really important in my life, and knowing that through the first vision, Joseph Smith was able to share with us that Jesus Christ has a body that looks like us, and I think that brings me a lot of hope and joy that not only does Christ understand exactly what we're going through and he knows us individually, but he also looks like us, and it just reiterates the fact that he's our brother, and that can bring a lot of peace.
Learning about Joseph Smith and the whole restoration process and everything that comes along with it, personally has greatly increased my testimony of Christ himself, just because I have learned more about how he interacts with us and how much he loves his children. And I've learned a lot through examples like Liberty Jail and that kind of thing, and just how much God truly does care for us. And even though the ways that God works, we might not always think is the way that they should, but we know that that's correct because we know that God knows everything and that he has our best intentions in mind. And so I'm grateful for that.
Joseph Smith and the Restoration has strengthened my testimony in my Savior Jesus Christ, because it just shows how much he loves each and every one of us here on the earth today, because he wanted to bring back the gospel so that we could all benefit from it today. And so that's why he used Joseph Smith, so he could bring the gospel back for all of us today.
Learning about the restoration of the church strengthened my testimony of the Book of Mormon, which is another testimony of Jesus Christ. So in the same regard, my testimony of Jesus Christ has been strengthened throughout taking Foundations of the Restoration.
Learning about Joseph Smith this semester in your class has really helped strengthen my testimony of Jesus Christ. Joseph Smith I know him to be a prophet, and learning about him and how he interacted with Jesus Christ and how he learned about Jesus Christ and how he saw Jesus Christ. All of those things really helped me understand who Jesus Christ is on a more personal level, and how we can receive revelation even in the modern days. And thank you.
One of the reasons why I love Joseph Smith so much is because he has opened my eyes to a greater view of Jesus than I think I would have if I was perhaps just a nominal Christian. He's helped me understand that Jesus is the creator of worlds without number. He's helped me understand that Jesus not only suffered my sins, but he has felt all my pains and all my problems and all my infirmities. He's helped me understand that Jesus is my brother, and that through Jesus, not only will I live with God, but through Jesus I can become like God. From Joseph Smith, he has shown me that Jesus, through his atonement, doesn't just save me from death, but he saves my family from death. That he is going to make it possible for my wife and I to be united for eternity because of Jesus. So all of these things help me. He's helped me understand who Jesus was in the premortal life, and all of these things just help me to see my Savior on a broader, grander level, and they all come through the revelations of Joseph Smith, which is why I love Joseph so much, is because he's helped me love Jesus even more. I leave that name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
All right, learning about Joseph Smith has strengthened my testimony about Jesus Christ, because it's helped me realize how Joseph Smith would do anything and everything for the Lord. He never held back. He just always did everything for the Lord, and I love that. And that strengthens my testimony about Christ, because he knows what's best for all of us, and he knows what's best for his church, and he won't do anything to lead us astray or to guide us in the wrong direction.
Learning about Joseph Smith and Foundations of the Restoration has strengthened my testimony of my Savior Jesus Christ. I have become closer to him and through learning about Joseph and the First Vision accounts, and how faithful he was. He really did set an example, not only for future members, but for me as an individual, I admire his faith and I admire his determination and I admire his leadership qualities and skills, and I think a lot of those are reflected and learned from the Savior, and yeah, I just want to embody all of those in my life today.
Learning about Joseph Smith has strengthened my testimony in Jesus Christ because I know that he's just a man like anybody else, and just like knowing his flaws and like learning like what he's done wrong in his life and also what he's done right. Just learning about him as like a person, I could really relate him to myself, and it makes me feel more personal to him, and that really does strengthen my testimony, and knowing that he still made mistakes, and it's definitely strengthened my testimony in Jesus Christ.
Learning of Joseph Smith's life from taking Foundations of the Restoration has really strengthened my testimony of Jesus Christ in many different ways. Like throughout Joseph's life, we see so many examples and testaments of our Savior Jesus Christ. Like starting out in the first vision, we get a spiritual confirmation that not only does Jesus Christ live and he's real, but we get physical descriptions of him, that he's bright and he's full of light. And I think that's such a cool thing that we get to learn of our Savior in that kind of way. But also we learn of different aspects from Joseph's life, such as Liberty Jail, and we learn more of the atonement of Jesus Christ and how he descended below us all. And just throughout who Joseph Smith was, we can learn so much of Jesus Christ, and I'm just thankful for this opportunity to learn more of our Savior through Joseph Smith's life, because the two are really connected, and that's awesome.
Okay, as I have learned about Joseph Smith this semester and the Restoration, it has really strengthened my testimony a lot. My favorite analysis assignment was when we went into the atrium in the JSB and just sat in the grove in there and just looked at like the statue of him. It was really cool, and I really felt the Spirit, and I really know that Joseph Smith is a prophet of God, and that he really restored our church.